Twilight fades in the vast open ocean. Sunlight disappears as we drift deeper. Only darkness remains in this deep abyss. This juvenile parasite seeks a host. It swims directly toward the fish's open mouth. Soon it will replace the fish's tongue. Inside the mouth, it attaches to the tongue. It drains blood, causing the organ to atrophy. The parasite then replaces the tongue itself. Inside the fish's mouth, the tongue is healthy. The parasite attaches, causing the tissue to atrophy. It consumes the blood until now the louse functions as the fish's new, living tongue. Inside the fish's mouth, the tongue plays a vital role, but a bizarre mystery often replaces it. Let's explore this biological phenomenon. Marine animals have evolved specialized feedingses use sharp beaks, while turtles have rigid jaws. These tools perfect adaptation to their environments. This is the tongue-eating louse. It destroys the fish's tongue. Then, it replaces the organ entirely. Remarkably, the fish continues to live naturally. Millions of years ago, the ancestors of this parasite were free-living crustaceans. Over time, they adapted to a life of attachment. They gradually evolved into, unlike many passive drifters, this parasite swims with purpose. It actively scans the current for a passing host. Once targeted, it begins its calculated pursuit. The journey begins as a microscopic larva. It now transforms, ready to find a host. It navigates toward distant silhouettes. The journey begins as a microscopic larva. It now transforms, ready to find a host. It navigates toward distant silhouettes. The journey begins as a microscopic larva. It now transforms, ready to find a host. It navigates toward distant silhouettes. This is one of the ocean's most bizarre mysteries. How did this parasite evolve to replace a host's tongue? A perfect, terrifying biological match. In the evolutionary tree of parasites, most paths lead to a dead end. Killing the host means killing yourself, but the tongue-eating louse, one that allows both to survive. To achieve this, the parasite enters through the gills. It crawls through this narrow passage directly into the mouth, where it will anchor itself and become a permanent part of the fish. This juvenile louse seeks a host. It carefully enters through the gills. Gripping the filaments, it finds a way inside. Soon, it will reach the fish's tongue. Inside the mouth, it targets the tongue. It anchors itself to the base. Here it extracts blood from the artery. Eventually, the louse replaces the organ entirely. Having found its host, this parasite remains hidden. A silent transformation is about to unfold, one that reveals the strange complexities of reef life. In this clinical visualization, we observe a healthy fish tongue. As the parasite attaches, it restricts blood flow. Over time, the tissue atrophies and turns gray. This leaves the parasite to replace the organ.
These ocean parasites are masters of adaptation. Attaching to how do they truly impact their aquatic hosts? The answers lie hidden with their complex life cycles. These ocean parasites are masters of adaptation, attaching to gills, mouths, and strictly feeding on blood. The answers lie hidden within their complex cycles. This interaction highlights a fascinating evolutionary trade-off. Some fish invest heavy energy into intense immune defenses. Both pathways represent a balanced strategy for survival. Attempting to reject the parasite can cause severe tissue damage, while peaceful coexistence allows for normal feeding and energy use. Tolerance emerges as the healthier long-term strategy. In evolution, solutions do not need to be perfect. They only need to be good enough to survive. This strategy ensures life's continued persistence. In evolution, solutions do not need to be perfect. They only need to be good enough to survive. This strategy ensures life's continued persistence. Inside the fish's mouth, a remarkable story of adaptation unfolds. The tongue-eating louse functions as a living prosthetic. It grips tightly with surprising complexity.
All marine life shares a single, ancient origin, mapping connections across millions of years. From the majestic whales to master predators are part of this great tree. From the smallest parasite to the largest whale, all are bound by a single, universal drive to survive. From primitive forms, a lineage of adaptation begins. Body plans gradually shift over millions of years. Free-living ancestors evolve into specialized parasites. A lineage of adaptation begins.
Subscribe! Please like.
A lineage of adaptation begins. 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 A lineage of adaptation begins.